just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Hey, what's up guys? Chris here from Hooked on Alaska. So today I'm out here on this beautiful day. Looks really nice out here today. The birds were chirping this morning. That's kind of one of the things I always look out for before I go fishing. Decide if I'm going to go fishing is if the birds are chirping or not. Could be an old man's wise tale, but I kind of live by those old man wise tales, so they've never really steered me wrong, so I live by them. But yeah, beautiful day out here. Hopefully today we can tie into some big char. Basically today my whole game plan is kind of show you guys some tricks on how to get the best pictures of your fish. You know, just little tricks about how I locate fish, and I'm just going to kind of fill you guys in a little bit about my whole little operation here today. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys subscribing, all you guys following. You guys are awesome. The char fishing has been pretty pitiful lately, so hopefully I even tie into one today. Unfortunately, midwinter things get like this. The char kind of get really tough to target, so you really got to just be focused on them if you're going to target them. And let's let those fish go, guys. Let's let those fish go. Hey, what's up, guys? So right now I'm fishing about 12 foot of water. I'm kind of trying to hunt down the food sources right now. The food sources are kind of running low on certain parts of the lake. So the name of the game is find the food. You find the food, and then you find a spot they're gonna go to after they eat, and they'll be really close together. So basically, you want to find a nice shallow spot next to a nice deep spot because they need somewhere to eat and they need somewhere to hang out. So basically, they're gonna come in here, they're gonna eat, they're gonna gorge, go out, chill. Sometimes these fish will come in here and gorge for a day straight, and that's why we get those big fat ones. But and then they'll sink back out to the deep and just kind of hang out for a few days and then do it all over. Hopefully the fishing will pick up here soon with the moon's phase coming around. It's been dreadfully slow. I'm telling you guys, it's been terrible. Even I'm struggling out here. Lots of good people out here are struggling out here. So if you guys ain't catching out here, probably just because it's tough times. Tough times on the lake these days. So just, you know, if you're wanting to catch a lot of fish, I would recommend hitting other lakes. You know, you guys really wouldn't think it, but Wasilla Lake is pretty dang good. My plan for today was to go out there and originally shoot out there today, but I kind of need all day because I got to travel a distance, and, you know, it's about a full day deal. So I'm thinking maybe that upload will be coming Thursday or Friday. We'll see. But yeah, so like Wasilla Lake, Finger Lake, you know, Canoe Lake in Palmer has grayling. I mean, there's all kinds of great lakes around here. You just really got to look. You got to hunt them down, kind of listen a little bit about what people are talking about. And, you know, you guys will really lock into these good lakes. But it's important that we do most of our keeping out of these stocked lakes. It's perfectly fine to go in and keep some fish out of a stock lake. I have absolutely no problem with that at all. The only thing I'm super huge on catch and release is our wild stock, you know, because these fish are wild, and you know, we have to look after them. I don't know one person that can tell me fishing is as good today as it was 10 years ago, and that is not a lie, because I spend about 320 days a year fishing, hunting, all that stuff, and I can tell you guys I've seen a dramatic incline in the last 10 years. So that tells me that, you know, we got to start looking after our resources, guys. You know, that way our kids can come here and fish, our kids can hunt, our kids can catch salmon. We just really got to start looking after our resources, protecting them, because figure 10 years is super crappy compared to what it used to be. So just imagine another 10 years. We might not have no fish, guys. So we really got to start thinking outside the box. And if you're a fish keeper and you need fish to eat, cool. That's you know, the point of fishing. But if you're out here on a sport level fishing, you know, let's let those wild fish go, let them grow big, and let's just do our part. I do my part. That's why every single time I handle a fish, I try to handle it perfect, to lead by example, guys. I want you guys handling these fish exactly how I try to handle them. You don't want much contact on your clothes. You don't want much contact on your gloves. You don't want to be wiping their slime off. That slime's there to protect them from disease, and super important we don't wipe that off. On occasion, you might see me lay one on my leg. That's usually if the ice is really sharp, and when they bounce around on the ice, they're going to scratch up and scar themselves up and possibly damage their eyes and stuff. So I figure sometimes I'll just do that, but or I'll grab the fish, I'll tuck it like this. The fish is not actually touching my coat. I'm just doing that to kind of make it feel restrained, to keep it from flopping around so I don't damage his eyes or whatever when I'm taking the hook out. You know, there's all kinds of little tricks that you guys will learn, but you know, it's really important, guys, we take care of these fish. Really important. The number one thing I will tell you guys that hasn't really been brought up much is you do never, ever, ever, I'm telling you guys, ever hold a char by the tail. If you hold a char by the tail, it's good as dead. You might as well throw that fish on the ice and keep it, because I know this from firsthand experience. I was fishing another lake and I had caught a nice char. I pulled him up, I held him like that, I leaned him on my leg, got the hook out, had that fish back in the water within 30 seconds. Quick picture, bam, back in the water. At that time, I had a sight hole, so I could see what happened with that fish when I let him go. And he sunk, and he couldn't swim. I broke his back by barely just holding him by the tail. So let's keep that in mind when we're handling our fish. If you're a commercial fisherman, you guys know you never grab a fish by the tail. You'll get fired commercial fishing by grabbing a fish by a tail, because what that does is it pops his backbone out or something, and it basically paralyzes a live fish. And then on a dead fish, it'll actually like rupture blood vessels or something like that, and kind of make the meat less quality. So yeah, let's not grab fish by the tail. Let's support their whole body weight the whole time you're holding them, and let's just get them back down in that hole. One thing I do want to bring up to you guys is taking pictures. You guys see me out here with the tripod a lot. I am not always videoing. I have the tripod just because I'm a solo fisherman. That way I can get a good picture. And I'm going to tell you guys right now how to get a good picture. What you do is, even if you don't have a tripod, you just have a buddy that's videoing or taking a picture of your fish. Do not take a picture. Take a video of that fish. Go home and you can go through frame by frame in that video and pick out the very best picture possible of that fish. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've got home and had a picture taken of my fish, and I'm like, that's a terrible picture. But when you do video and you take still shots out of your video, you will get 1,000 times better pictures, guys. So next time somebody's taking a picture of your fish, say, hey, don't take a picture of it. Let's just take a 15-second video of it, and y'all's picture qualities will come out perfect. You can roll the fish, hold them out, roll them, turn them, and then all that you're picking up. All those are pictures that potentially you could peel out of. So if you guys are having a hard time getting pictures of your fish, invest in a little, like this tripod I got's like 20 bucks, you know. Invest in a little $20 tripod, throw your camera on there, hook a fish, hit record, bam. Got the great pictures, fish is released, the fish isn't bouncing around in the snow, you ain't laying it on the ice. You know, there's just so many different things that we can do, guys, to help these fish. And I'd like to see you guys, you know, kind of be ambassadors of the sport. We got to stand up. We got to talk about this kind of stuff because it's super important. Because if we talk about this 10 years from now, what's going to happen, you know? So, all right, guys. You guys are awesome. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. That's not my point. I know people keep fish to eat, and I'm not dogging on that, but you know, like the sport fishermen, let's just take care and get those fish back nicely. Not saying that people that keep fish aren't sport fishermen, but you guys know what I mean, right? Hopefully. But all right, guys, thank you for listening to that whole schmeal. Hopefully I don't have to put all that in the video, but we will see. All right, keep it real. So one thing I never have mentioned to you that I do need to mention to you guys is you guys need to follow, if you guys have got some Voodoo shrimp, you guys need to follow the directions and store those in separate boxes than you store your other plastics. I think there's something about mixing two plastics together that sometimes does weird things. So anytime you're storing them, go ahead and get a separate little box and keep your Voodoo shrimp separate in there. I haven't seen what happens yet, but I was reading the package the other day and it says clearly on there, do not store with your other plastics. So we keep that in mind because they are a little bit of an investment, but I have yet to have to replace one of them yet. I'm still fishing with the same colors, the same patterns. It seems like even the more I use them, the more flexible they get. So it's definitely a nice long-term bait. It's gonna save you on shipping costs and all that for all the other softer tubes that we like to use. I don't know about you guys, but if I use a tube, I like to use probably the softest tube I can get my hands on, just because it has better action. Well, you get about the exact same action out of the Voodoo shrimp, if even better, and you don't have to, you know, keep replacing your tubes every 2 to 3 fish. I'm really curious. I want to get out and do some pike fishing with some of these bigger patterns I got to see how well they hold up to pike teeth, because they were originally designed for toothy fish. So yep, just wanted to mention that to you guys. Make sure you follow the directions, store them in a separate box and then your other plastics. As of all your plastics, the last thing you really want to do is take all your plastics and put them in a box and then start mixing those. I learned my lesson last year. I had these 1 tubes and they like straight melted in my box. It was crazy. I don't even know where they came from. They were just in my box and they basically welded all my tubes together. So right there, that was like $40 in lost tubes. I mean, I did clean a few of them up, but they kind of shriveled up and did weird things. So, you know, the best way to store your plastics, hands down, is going to be, there we go. The best place to store your plastics is going to be, I might have a better fish. It looked like a good mark. But the best place to store plastics always is going to be in a Ziploc bag or the bag it came in. He's already at the hole. So I'm really just going to play him light. He might be a big one. He was a pretty good sized mark. I always love when I hook up when I'm talking to you guys. I got to remember to put this in the video, right? Not a giant. He says, I'm going to turn around. I ain't done yet. All right. I'm also going to show you guys how to handle these fish. The best thing to do is to let them tire out down there. You don't want them to tire out. Then you're going to grab the fish like this. You're going to hold your line like this. What that does is it restrains this part of the head. Pop that hook out, as you can see. Any contact you can. Bam. Take a video of it, right? Oh, that's a pretty fish. Get some of that sunshine on it. Put him back in there. And he's ready to go. That fish is perfectly healthy, gonna survive 100%. You guys will notice I supported his body weight the whole time I had him in my hands. Never hold him by the tail. That'll kill a char so fast, I'm telling you guys.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. to my house.